What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show interview 464 interviews I've done in 3.5 years. This artist is from Boston 617. Give him a second. Shout out to Guy putting this interview. This is Budzy from Boston 617 coming on the Iccy Show exclusive interview. Give him a second. We were just having some technical difficulties and hopefully we can get him on here and keep our fingers crossed. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Bible studies, children friendly. I hit the add button. Go.
By the time they got me
Right? I
on here.
apologize about that. That's crazy. They didn't want this interview to happen. Welcome
Right,
to the
it's all
Iccy
good.
Show.
It's
This
all
is
good.
Budzy from Boston 617. Shout out to Guy putting this interview together. Salute to everyone tuning in. So how you been? You went to that
Salute.
big show last night in Boston? Yes,
Oh, you talking
yes.
about with Brandon Grimes? Yeah, of course I had to show my face.
Yep.
That's the bro right there. I definitely
Yes,
had to
yes.
pop out
What
for him.
made you start getting into the music industry?
Well, I mean, since a kid, music always kind of like, been my thing, But it was like I say around like 15, me and my relative, shout out Chino Rojo, coming home soon. Me and him actually, we started it together. But like when I had just did my last bid in the feds, it was just like different dudes from different states was hearing me and stuff like that. And it was just like, yo, bro, like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, take it serious, So it was kind of like one of them things where I was just like, man, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot, you know? So that's really what made me like really like just trying to
Yes,
perfect my
yes,
craft,
definitely. I seen you're on DJ TKO's mixtape.
Yeah, that's the homie too. Big salute to DJ TKO. I'm definitely proud of bro, and I definitely really respect him. He definitely grinding, making it do what it do. He's actually
Right,
paving the way
definitely.
too.
He's a great DJ. I used to manage him years back, so I see him still climbing. So salute, definitely. Do you have a manager
Yeah.
right now?
Right now, I don't have a manager right now, but we do have. I do have my own little team. Stack It Down. That's what we are. Stack It Down. We here ENT. And we just basically, it's just it's a family thing. We all just trying to make it. So we all just basically playing our roles and just helping each other get there. Being supportive and
Definitely,
different things
definitely.
like
How
that.
many are on your team right now?
Well, I know. Well, of course, it's 7 Cents. He's with me. You know what I'm saying? That's my A1 day one. It's a few other couple guys. Like my brother Chino Rojo. He's locked up right now. He about to come home real soon. So he's with us too. My bro Marciano. And then I got another bro Trevor Johnson. He with us too. You know what I'm saying? So it's small, but we
Definitely.
getting the
It's better to
job
keep
done,
it small than a big group. That's for sure. Shout out to the jails,
Of
free the
course, of
jails. They
course,
need
of
the love,
course.
definitely.
Yeah, free the jails, man. It's really some good bros that's really behind it. They all coming home soon too. They coming home real soon, and prayers for the ones that's not coming home, but it's still big salute to them too, They still in there
Definitely,
holding it
definitely.
down.
Where do you see yourself in the next year in this industry?
I mean, in the next year, I see myself at least having a mixtape deal. That's really what I want to go for is the mixtape deal. The record label is cool, but I want the mixtape deal so that way,
Right.
we can really make the money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what I'm aiming for. I'm really aiming as far as like, getting my family situated. You know what I'm saying? Having a bigger
Yes,
platform and different
definitely.
things like that.
It's always about the family. So salute. How does your city
Right.
support your music?
I mean, well, to be honest with you, this is actually the first time, like, just being honest, that I really see the city sticking together. You know what I'm saying? This is really one time where I see like I don't really see the hating no more. You know what I'm saying? I really see where everybody's like supporting each other, trying to come together, collab and different things like that. It's like, man, you know, if you got it, like, come on, we gonna push it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's doing something, you know, it's like everybody's just trying to like, you know what I'm saying, support each other. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I look at it right now. You know, I feel as though, you know, the city they rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still climbing from the bottom. This is only going on 2 years that I've been home from doing 5 years in the feds. You know what I'm saying? So I feel right now like it's still a lot of work that I got to put in, which I'm willing to put in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I feel as though the response that I'm getting is like, oh, okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a clothing line yet out there?
Yeah, Stack or Die.
Okay.
That's my clothing line.
You don't got it on you?
Yep. Oh no, I don't have it on me right now, but I got a whole gang of Stack or Die going on. I could show you right now. Let me see. I actually even done. I put it on my little work vest. You can see it right here. I put it on my. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. I probably can't turn around, but look, you can see I put it right there on the work vest. I actually had it on the little on the mask. I got it on hoodies, t-shirts, the little crew necks and different things like that too. Well, I mean, you can actually hit me up for it right now. You know, so you can hit me up for it. Let me know your sizes. I do the pre-orders right now. You know.
You gotta adjust you up a little bit more. The camera, a little more. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Let them know all your social medias where they can go support your music, where they can contact you to get your gear and all that.
All right. Well, you could look me up right here on Facebook, which is Gerard. I'm also on iTunes, YouTube, which is Budzy. You know, Stack or Die. If you look on iTunes, it's Stack or Die Part 1 and Part 2. The YouTube is Budzy. The IG is Budzy_SOD, or also Self-Made 88 Kid. That's really where you can find me at right now. TikTok? I mean, yeah. Matter of fact, you know what's so crazy? Actually, the first TikTok that I did was when Smoke Boja had the when he had the versus challenge. We had to actually do it through this. So I had put a TikTok on there, but I also did a song that me and Seven Sins that we had did. I put that on TikTok as well. So yeah, I'll probably do something else on TikTok.
I seen your daughter. I think your wife had on your page of her. Yo, that should have went on TikTok. I forget what I think she was dancing. Yo, that should have went on TikTok because it was so cute, like perfect. Your wife had your page, or you had it on there or something. But I think your wife said, "Come get your daughter" or something. Yo, that was like a perfect like baby commercial. The way how she was doing it and everything. I forget what song and stuff, but that was a great one. I really like.
Yeah. My daughter, she's one, but she also has like a lot of characteristics to her. You know what I'm saying? Like she has her own little personalities and everything right now. You know, but that's how them pandemic babies are though. They're different. The pandemic babies is different.
And wait till she hits the teenage years. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I thought when she was one, she had it. Now forget about it. I got a daughter. Good luck.
Right. Exactly. Thank you. I know. Listen, everybody would tell me like, man, listen, she gonna run it, man. But I can already look at her right now, tell the way how she be, that you know she gonna be on my bumper. I already know.
Good, definitely. Do you think you would do a children's clothing line?
I mean, yeah, of course. That's also something I would definitely, I would look into doing something like that. I kind of want to do it for like my clothing line. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to basically like reach everybody. You know what I'm saying? Where it's something for everybody. Not where it's just like, oh yeah, we just gonna do it for the men, or we just gonna do it for the females. I want it to be like versatile.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
How many songs do you think you have out there already?
Well, just songs of my own. Right now, I believe I have like, it might be like 8 or 9. It's like 8 or 9 that I have by myself. But then with the collabos, it's probably like, um I might have like about three or four more collabos out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely working. I got my own little studio and everything. You know what? Not my own little studio, but I got my own little equipment to be able to do like a in-house recording. But then what I do is I take that and I'll go to the bigger studio, you know,
Yes,
and
yes,
lay it down
definitely.
right
Practice
there.
makes perfect. That's what I always say. And it's better to have it and then
Of course.
then like how you're doing it, that's perfect. If you could have a manager, would you
Right.
want a manager?
Um, if I could have a manager where I want one, I mean, it's I feel as though it's cool to have somebody with the right guidance. If that makes sense, it's cool to have somebody with the right guidance, somebody you know who's been in the who's been in the game for a while. You know what I'm saying? That could just teach you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, a manager would definitely be cool, but the way how it is today, you could do a lot of things on your own. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Your arms is long, especially with all the different connections on social media. But it's also really about having, you know, that good support system, that good team behind you. You know, it's
Right.
really about the promotion. That's how I look at it, you know, because if you can be nice all day, but if nobody's hearing what you're saying, it's like it kind of just
Yeah,
goes nowhere. You
definitely,
know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
What is the best advice you've been given on your career?
The best advice that I've been given is just like, you know, just stay humble, and it's more on the lines of, you know, like nothing's gonna come that easy. You know, it's like you have to put in the work. Nothing happens overnight,
Yeah,
but for some people it does. You know what I'm saying? Some people it happens overnight. It happens quicker than others. It's just how I look at it. Everybody has their time. Don't give up. It doesn't matter about the age or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's really about, you know what I'm saying? If this is your heart's desire, then
right.
it's like push for that. Don't give up. Don't be, because everybody's not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna feel what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? But as long as it's coming from the heart and that's really your story, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna feel
Right.
it. You can feel it when it's real. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like the best advice I got is, man, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's your heart's
Definitely,
desires,
definitely.
it's
That's
gonna
great
happen.
advice. Definitely. All positive. When do you see yourself coming up with your own album?
Um, my own album. I mean, to be honest with you, like I feel as though, you know, that's in the works already. You know what I'm saying? You have to set aside doing the mixtapes and the album. You know what I'm saying? Like but I feel as though the album is that's when that's you right there. But it's also, you know, you have to have the right beats, the right producer, and different things like that. You know what I mean? So as far as I go, I feel as though, you know, that's gonna be on the way soon. It's gonna be on the way. But right now I'm kind of focused on
Yes.
being heard. You know what I mean? Because that's what it comes down to. When you coming from the bottom, you have to you got to jump on everything. You want to jump into every show. You know, you want to just be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the more it's like, the more your name is popping up, that's the more buzz that you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Then when it's like when you're doing the mixtapes and stuff like that, people hearing that, then it's like, all right, cool. I want to hear what he
Definitely.
got. You know what I'm saying? So that's I feel as though, you know, that's coming in the works too. But right now I'm kind of focused on
Definitely,
the
definitely.
mixtapes.
Where have you performed at?
So my first place, you know, shout out to Tim Corner, you know what I'm saying? The drunk DJ, you know what I'm saying? That's my dude too. That was in Chaz Ray, you know what I'm saying? That was my first show, you know what I'm saying, as me, you know, taking the music serious. That was my first
Okay.
show at Sammy's Patio. You know what I'm saying? So I performed there at Sammy's Patio, and I performed in Brooklyn for what's that called? Coast to Coast Live. I performed there. I came in the second spot. So we going to Miami, you know what I'm saying, around September, November. We trying to go for the gusto, you know, we trying to get that 50 bands. You know, we trying to win it, we trying to win it all. But we also I also performed in Brooklyn at another place, Sneaky Links. I performed for them, and then I just performed in Jersey at the Expo Side
So that was
Center.
good. Have you ever
Yeah, it was a
gotten
sneaker event.
nervous when you went to go to perform on big shows like that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't really call it nervous. To me, it's more of a, I'm kind of like anxious, like, I want to hurry to get up there. You know what I'm saying? And like one thing I put in my head is I always say, like, I be like, in order for me to get to the next day, I have to get through this. And once I get there, I be like, you have to do it. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but then it's like, you know, once you get up on stage, it's like it's a whole different world that you in. You know what I mean? You in your own mind. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's something that I love to do. So when I do it, it's kind of like I'm more kind of like, oh, you know what I'm
Congratulations. I
saying?
hope you get there and just keep on going, you know. Don't, even if
Thank
you
you.
don't get it, don't just get like a lot of artists would lock up and they won't, you know, they'll put their music on a hold. Don't do that. Keep on going, you know, and I believe you'll get it. That's hard to get number two, especially
Thank you.
coast to coast. That's made, and that's what
Yeah,
he's coast to coast
exactly.
coalition. So yeah, he's a DJ for
Oh
coalition,
yeah.
coast to coast coalition.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. That's
Definitely.
what it
Somebody's
is.
listening.
The DJ,
Somebody's listening to your
huh?
music. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy? Not to cut you off, but one of my homeboys that's out there in New York, he from the Bronx. He told me that, you know, one of my other homies that's out there, he's locked up, Free the Jeweler. You know what I'm saying? He's locked up out there in upstate New York for life. um he went to go see him, and he actually told him, he was like, yo bro, you ain't tell me that Bugsy be rapping like that. He's like, bro, I told you. And he was like, nah bro, I heard him, you know what I'm saying, on the radio up here. So when he said that, exactly when he said that, I was like, for real, bro? He's like, bro, I swear to God, he just told me that. So I know my music, somebody's listening to it. I'm just praying that, you know, it
Right.
falls into the right ears.
Yeah,
That's what I'm praying
especially
for,
getting
you
into the
know?
jails. If the jails are hearing your music, then obviously it's traveling real fast. So that's what you need, definitely. And you got that support, so that's major. Um, because I had a
Yeah,
similar situation. I had a gentleman. He got discharged, but he was watching me for 2 years, paying every week to watch my show inside of jail. And he called me when they were closing the gate off of the premises. You know how they give you down south, they give you a cell phone, certain things when you leave. So you have to stay connected with your probation officer. And he showed me he was leaving the jail. He's like,
right.
he started crying. He was calling me video. I wasn't taking it. And I was like, what the hell? Like after 6 call, I'm like, who is this? And he's like, thank you so much for,
Yeah,
you're always giving the jails a shout out. People, you know, forget about us after we get our time. And we don't get a kite. And,
yeah,
you know, that's sad. Not even to, you know, they need love too, even though, you know, families might, you know, not agree what if they did it or not did it, but still, you don't. They're
right,
human beings in a what, a 13 by 9
right.
room, like, you know, that's small, and people really need to always
Right.
still show love to the people in jail. Even a kite. No one's saying money, but think about it. They canteen is so much money now to even to survive.
Right. Exactly. And the thing about that is, it's so wild because like when you go in and you do your time, you know, that's really when you see who's really for you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's out of sight, out of mind. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you kind of look at it. It's like, you know, like how I looked at it. it's like if I was to die right now, the ones who sticking by my side, this is who was gonna affect. That's how I viewed it. You know what I'm saying? But in the same sense, it be like when you in there, people will forget about you. But as soon as you come home, the same people that forgot about you be the same people that want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like backwards, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, I always reach back. I always keep my phone open, you know what I'm saying? And if I could be able to, send money here and there, even if it's just a flick, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always like that's where the brotherhood really that's where the brotherhood really forms at. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a bunch of us in there, from different areas, you know what I'm saying? But we're all going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we all, our main thing is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, you going through it, like I'm here for you. We all here together. You know what I'm saying? Like me and one of my cellies, like we was locked down like back to back, kept getting locked down. You know what I'm saying? It came down to a point that me and him, we done split one suit. You know what I'm saying? Literally one suit. It wasn't that I didn't have it or he didn't have it. It was just we couldn't go to the store. We couldn't get commissary, you know what I'm saying? Because they kept locking it down. You know what I'm saying? So when they do open it up, it gets locked right back down. So it's like, nah, y'all can't go to the store. We're getting our privileges taken away. So if you have this commissary bag that you just made for $100, you know what I'm saying? Eventually it's gonna run out. And then when you lock down, all they giving you is baloney, 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 baloney. Like that hurts your stomach after a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Too much baloney, you know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, man, like you can't forget about them. They it's still good dudes in it, and it's good dudes that's really about to come home. You know what I'm saying? Really have a good head on their shoulders too. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And some is just worse than others. That's all it is.
People that are
you know what I'm saying?
Think about this too. God gave you a second life, a second time. So you might want to get rebaptized to cleanse all from altogether. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're really sick, they come and they ask you, would you like, your last what is it called? When the priest comes and it forgives you for all your sins, like when you get into the church.
Right.
But they don't do that for the prisoners. And
right.
They're human. They still have a heart. They still got feelings and emotions. So I think that they should give them that option for the lifers. You know what I'm saying? Like let them have that peace. Like some people go crazy that they're wondering. That's a mind thing. That, like, oh, am I going to hell if I did this, or am I going to heaven? And you should know that there's ministers and pastors and priests out there, depending on what your religion is. They will do a baptism for you, even if you're an adult. And then, especially coming home, look at it as a new fresh, and God blesses you, getting baptized to forgive you what you've done. If you did do it, a lot of people go to jail and they didn't even do what they get accused of doing. So that it's important because life's too short. People are dying left and right. Like, when we're growing up, I'll be 44. I don't even, you look like a baby to me. But, oh, yeah?
I'm about to be 34.
I thought you were in your 40s.
Yeah. About to be 34 May 2nd.
Happy early birthday. Definitely. Many more to come. You're welcome.
When
I was growing up, people were living till 90s, 100s. Now, people don't even live in the 40s, past 50s, And it's sad because, like, my mom's right now, they gave her 6 months to live in July. So any day, so
man,
I look at life, as a different, world. Like, I used to go to all the shows, used to do all that. But now I'm like, I'm trying to prepare myself, for, I've had so many cousins, relatives that been killed, like, left and right. The last years have just been like crazy. It wasn't even have to do with corona. And it's like, life is like flying by. When we were kids, we're like, oh, when's it gonna be Christmas? When's it gonna be our birthday? When's it gonna be this? And it would take forever. Now it's just like blink of an eye. It's like, wow, we're already in May this week, and I tell everyone, enjoy life. And you're lucky you have a wife that supports you in this industry, because a lot of people can't find that happiness because either the husband or the wife can't support what they're doing because they get jealous, or things take part, and I support
Right.
anyone that is doing this industry. Long as you stay positive on the right path, you'll be okay in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Then you want, yeah,
Gotta do it with a, you
right,
gotta do it with a
exactly.
pure heart.
And there's a lot of fake motherfuckers out there. Like, excuse my French, but they're, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
in the dick ride, there's a
Yeah.
lot of dick riding going on, and you can't be doing that.
Right.
Like, I've been in the music industry since 2008, and I trying to check me
Right.
um on this. Hold on one second. I'm sorry about this. Just 1 second. I gotta let my kid in the door. You mind? Hold just 1 second. Give them all your information.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna, like,
ahead.
go
You
to the
good?
door
You
real
good?
quick.
Yo, what up, man? Talk to me, man. What's up? What y'all got going on out there, man? Y'all can find me, man, on iTunes, Spotify, IG, iTunes is Budzy Stack and Die Part 1 and Part 2. YouTube, is my YouTube channel is Budzy. Subscribe to that. IG, Selfmade 88 Kid, Budzy _ SOD. You can find me there. SoundCloud, Budzy. Just stay tuned, man. We working, man. We working. Stack it out. We here, ENT, man. We here, ENT, man. I support everybody, man. Ain't no hating in my blood, no none of that, man. I support everybody, man.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, all right. It's all
My
good.
time, and I was like, I'll be done at 6:30. They've been waiting outside the door. I thought I heard tapping, but my dog didn't go crazy. But she must have smelled their scent. That's why she didn't go crazy. Usually she's barking like crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Nah, it's
I appreciate
all
that. I
good.
definitely appreciate you. What is the most that you think is holding you back right now in this industry?
The most thing that's holding me back. um, to be honest with you, I can't. I don't. I don't. I wouldn't say that there's anything holding me back, because it's just it's all really in the work, that it's all really, to me, in what you put in. You know what I'm saying? The work that you put in. It's just really about, it's, I feel as though with me, like I said, I'm coming from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's people that have been out here for years doing what they need to do. I'm really still just starting it, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel as though with me, it's kind of like for me to just keep going further. I feel as though it's be at the right it's right place, right time.
Right.
That's really what I feel. So as far as anything holding me back, I feel the only thing that could hold anybody back is they self. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's all in the matter of how you want it. You know what I'm saying? You really have to be hungry for it, and I'm really hungry for it. You know what I'm saying? But also, my everyday life, I still have a family to provide for. So I
Yes.
still got to go to work. I still have to do different things like that. I still got to stay out themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, juggling all that back and forth is just, that's a job within itself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I
But
know.
it's
I know
just,
what you're
it's
saying.
exactly. So it's just, my thing is, I'm just going to keep on like hitting them shows, and any opportunity that I get, I'm just going to take it.
Yes, definitely. Do you have access to? Do you have a car?
Yes.
I'm gonna hook you up. But I'm only hooking you up with it. I'm gonna give
Appreciate
you
it.
a station in Manchester, New Hampshire. Matt Connaughton.
Okay.
About information when we get off of here. I'm gonna send you his information. Let him know I sent you, and you're trying to get on his radio station. He got a big international radio station, and
Oh
he
yeah,
have
thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah. My kid's father started with him in TKO. They started
Okay.
together. So I'll give you that connection, and he'll do an interview out there and play your music, just long as
Okay.
it's not there's no cussing, but if there
So
is,
edit it.
he'll scratch it out for you.
So basically, he want me to come. He want me to come with it edited.
Yes, an
All
edit.
right, that's not a problem.
Yes. In the just so you know, it's live. There's been a couple times I cussed on there, and you can't cuss on there because it's a real radio station. It's like
Right.
94.5, but it's in New Hampshire.
Okay, that's cool. I'm
Yeah,
down to do that.
yeah, definitely. I'm always about. That's what I started as a manager. I had Massive Hustle Records was my. I used to manage all the artists on that label,
Okay.
and then many artists afterwards, different record labels. I was signed under Federal District Records, Wu-Tang Management,
Yeah.
and then that was a year ago. But I stay connected with everyone. I don't have
Right.
bad blood with those people because I keep my circle like on the palm of my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I keep it all right here. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And like, because there's a lot of people that are snakes in this industry that, they try to be your friend, they try to get the information, try to do that,
I hear about
and
that too.
and I'm the type that keep it a buck. I keep it 100. It might hurt your feelings, but I keep it so real that it's the realest as real. Like real
Exactly.
recognized real, that is like a
Exactly.
10% under 100 you will find real recognized real people. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So if you
Right.
seem like that type of person, that's why I'm gonna let you go on that radio station. I'm gonna give you the information, and
Appreciate you.
you're welcome because a lot of people they fade off, and that's why I said to you, like I've been doing it for years. I used to do Taboo nightclub on Route One Saugus
Yep.
on
Yep.
Thursdays and Saturdays. I used to
Yep.
have Sardanos and Lynn 7 days a week. So I put the work in, but if I can make it easier for somebody, why not give them the information how to go? Like what you were saying, if someone can help you. And I'm the type that, I might give you a little acknowledgement. And then if you run with it, you run with it. If you don't, like, I used to be on this is crazy. For a year and a half, I was on a um, Wu-Tang DJ it was like a coalition.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, it was Wednesday. And I used to be the host on that television.
Oh
So it was
yeah.
like, yeah, like 106 Park, but it was in Springfield. So every
Right.
Wednesday, I used to do that. And I try to put artists on from Boston to go on that. And there was only Sonny Thompson, R.I.P. Don Hazel. He
Yep.
was one. OC the Grouch. He was the two. Smokey the Bandit from Chicago. I flew him out here a couple years ago from
You
Motown.
you had an interview with him not too long ago too, right?
Yes. He's great people. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Salute.
Yes, he actually just got an award, and he performed at the Chicago Music Awards 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what
That's
I like.
dope.
I like to see people like yourself, and I don't really know you. Guy's the one that referred me, and Guy's a real solid. I did his interview a couple years ago.
Yeah. Now he that's a good dude. I actually, to be honest with you, I met him through my bro Seven Sings. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So yeah, I met him through that. But last night at the cookout, I mean at the cook off was actually the first time we actually had linked in person. But now he's definitely a good dude. He definitely he said to me he was like yo bro, she gonna put you on her podcast, this and that. So you know me, I'm like yeah, all right, come on, let's go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't about nothing. I appreciate it, but I also like the thing what I do is anybody like who put me in position, you know what I'm saying, to like even to be on a podcast, is always big salute to them. It's things like that you don't never forget. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, like nobody ever just gets there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? It always takes a team. You know what I'm
right.
saying? To everybody needs somebody. That's how
Yeah,
it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said, big salute to you because I constantly see you doing your thing. I constantly see it, you know what I'm saying? You're always in the mix, and that's good, you know what I'm saying? I see everything that you do, like, you know what I'm saying? And big salute to God Legacy. Big salute to Brandon Grimes too. You know what I'm saying? That's a good bro right there too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good brothers too. You know what I mean? That's really doing their thing. But you know, big salute to him too as well. You know?
Definitely, definitely. I would like to see everyone that stays consistent, and Brandon Grimes definitely stayed consistent.
Yeah,
Interview last year, 1 year ago in May, I believe it was, and he came out to Haverhill at my People's Custom Clothing store, and I did his interview there. Great guy. That's the
yeah,
first time I've met him, but I've been following him prior to that. Seeing what he's about. But he is for the community. He helps a lot of people, pregnant, kids. I
yeah.
seen him do it all, and that's one man. Like, give the flowers while the people are here. He deserves an
Right.
award.
Nah,
Love.
that's definitely a fact. Well, to be honest with you, when I started up my clothing line, you know, he was actually the one that helped me to be able to to be able to get the vinyl on my clothes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yes.
said, there's a lot of good dudes that's out here. You know what I mean? Like, and it's big salute to all, big salute to everybody that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody. Like there might be some I don't even talk to. But you know, I see them doing what they doing. It's just like big salute. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who I can support that's really doing their thing, that's what I do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For real.
It's all long as they stay consistent, not just jump right into one person, this group, this group.
Right.
You can't be doing that because that's a snake with one thing, and being
Exactly.
a performer, going from here to here to there. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, if
Right.
that makes
Right.
me feel like I need to itch my neck, like right now, it's giving me the hive because there's a lot of people that are out there, and you know, it's not just in Boston. You got to watch it in the industry, like all around, like the states. I'm connected 50 states and the countries. My team is Pullman Entertainment, and we're
Woo.
everywhere. And
Right.
it's either a manager, a promoter, a street team. We're like everywhere. And
Right.
but we see the snakes that they'll be repping and saying they're part of us, and we'll be like, where's the contract? Because we got contracts, and
Yeah.
then it's not on the list. But that's what I'm saying. People can't use someone else's name
Yep.
if they're not really making the moves. Like
Hmm.
you're doing the moves. Brandon Grimes, he's doing the moves. Exit Fame, doing the moves. Like
Right.
that's
Big salute to Exit Fame too.
yeah. Like
Big
he's
salute to him. Yeah. Big salute to him. Yeah, making good moves. Yeah. Big
yeah.
salute to him too.
And I appreciate you because especially coming home from jail, it's an adjustment. One, two,
Right.
you're married. I know, like that can be tough. I was with someone that was an artist, and I was with him for 17 years. And I know it can be strainful, but you that's your rock right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's your rider, so you guys gotta stick together no
Yeah.
matter what. So,
Big, big salute to my wife, man, to Carrie Monroe. Big
yeah,
salute to her. She definitely been riding with me since my feet landed back in Boston. You know what I mean?
oh,
Like
that's great.
she every show. You know what I'm saying? When I'm about to get ready to go for a show, she sit back. Oh, what you got in mind? What you think you want to wear? She might
Yeah,
come back with something like, here, wear this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, you know.
you can
That's definitely my rock right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can even make her your manager. Like, I don't know, the schematics and stuff, but she could be a part of your team heavily because since she goes everywhere where you go, that could be your manager. She can represent you. Like when you go places, be like, oh, this is my manager. If you need to book me through her. I don't know if she's busy or not. I know she got the baby and stuff, but that's just a suggestion. She
Yeah.
could do it. You guys are a power team. That's why I'm suggesting it. And also, another thing I was gonna say to you is I don't know if how you would go about doing this, but some of your music since the people inside the jails listen to your music, if there's a way like to have your quotes on like notepad and
Yeah.
just into jail so they can write kites to like family. I don't know how you will go about doing something like that, but you could put some of your like motivated, positive quotes from your music,
Right.
and put it on a notebook,
And
get it,
send it to them.
and send it to them. So when they write it out, to your quote is gonna be on that paper, but send it to them, and your music will go state to state, country like wildfire, like that.
You know what's so crazy? I swear, I never even thought about that. I
Yo,
never thought about that.
it's different. I think out of the box because I don't like to have people thinking like me. I like to be different, so you stand out more being different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you've been inside, and people say, "Oh yeah, I've been inside," but they only been inside for 30 days or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But some some time, and
Right.
especially the feds. That's major. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
what I was gonna say is like you could do like figure out how the cheapest route would be for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you are sending it for inside, but get like quotes that stands out to that when you were inside, you'll be like, this stuck to me when I came out, and it stuck with me for the rest of my life. I can be like, this came out of my music. Write it on a positive, get it imprinted. It doesn't like a notebook. It doesn't even need to be a notebook because you can't have the heaviness. But even
Yeah.
just like a simple piece of paper, but get a couple of them, get them printed like a book of them, so you can peel out, send it, and it's gonna have all your information. And the feds, you can have. I think you can have Facebook because a lot of people do have Facebook inside, but I don't know if you're allowed to or not.
Not really, but you know,
Yeah, but you know
you
what I'm
know.
saying. But at
Yeah.
least they'll look. They're gonna come look for you when they get out. I'm telling you, 100%. They're gonna come look for your music or look up your music when they get out because you kept their mind right. There's a lot. I
Yeah.
know someone right now that they're not coming home for a little bit, and I know their mind's not right. You know what I'm saying? They haven't even touched like call me, so I know that their mind's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I think you can make a change because they're already listening to your music inside and hearing your music.
Right.
So I think having like a piece of paper with just a positive, you know, a positive outcome from your lyrics that stuck with you to keep on going day by day, I think that would make a change, and it will make you spread. You know,
I'm gonna definitely look into that. That's definitely something that that's definitely something that I'm open minded to. I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? But that's like my right hand man. You know he's still in there right now, and he's about to come home too, real soon. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like stuff like that. That stuff I like. When I talk to him, I talk to him about, bro, when you come home, don't even worry about it. I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's different this time around. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's people like him, you know what I'm saying, and other homies that I came across, during my journey, you know what I'm saying, that I'm still in contact with, you know what I'm saying? So that's something I would definitely be open minded to doing.
right, right. She said, you can take a custom stamps like an ink pad and stamp the bottom of each page with your quotes. Amazing idea. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you could. I couldn't see that. I was trying to look at it for a little bit, but it kind of like blurred out.
Yeah, so that's just an idea because, and it's gonna feel so true and real to them. That's why I suggested from you doing something like that,
Right.
not I haven't seen nobody do that. So this is his idea. So don't nobody go this is
Right,
live.
right, right.
This is official.
Right, right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Where would you like to do who would you like to do a feature with? Could be in the industry or not in the industry.
Well, I mean, well, to be honest with you, it's crazy that you. It's crazy. It's really crazy that you said that because I was talking about that. See, my thing, God willing, when I do make it up there, I'm going for all the old heads. That's what I'm going for. I'm going back to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm going back to the old state property. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for all them dudes right there. That's who I want the features, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like features, for people that's like not signed but doing their things, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? I done spoke to Exit Fame about doing something with him. Pagasi, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to him, like yo, we done did something, me, him, and Brandon Grimes done already did something. It's a few artists. It's a few artists that I would like to collab with, that I'm gonna collab with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ricky Friends too. I collabed with him too. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
Yes.
lot.
Hey, I support whatever you do. I support it definitely. If you could perform at one location, in state or out of state, where would it be?
Where would it be? I would I mean,
Could be could be
I,
out of the country, anywhere.
I already performed in New York, but I'm definitely looking to perform in Cali, but I think I want to hit Madison Square Garden though.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think you make it this. That's something right there. You know what I mean?
right, right, definitely.
Yeah,
Would
definitely.
would you ever go around to the schools and be a motivator speaker to the younger generation?
Of course, of course. That's something before I came home I was thinking about doing. Being a motivational speaker, like talking to the young kids and letting them know, like this, like you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like like this ain't really the route that you want to go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like you know, you don't really like when you younger, you looking up to the older heads, you like, oh shoot, you go to prison, you get the respect, you get this, you get that, you know what I'm saying? But you don't never hear about the losses. You know what I'm saying? You don't never hear about you missing time with your kids. You don't never hear about the time you missing, with your mom's getting older, your grandmoms and different things. You don't hear about different things like that. That girl that girl that you was loving on, you was loving her, whatever case may be, talking about getting married and all of that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you don't hear about that. You just hear about the glorifying part. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, like I was thinking about that. Was one of the things I was thinking about, that I would love to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna be doing a big show. I'm representing Boston. It's gonna be in Haverhill.
okay,
It's gonna be in September, either the first or second Saturday in September. That's what we're looking at right now. And I'm representing Boston. Um it's basically about staying out of the streets.
right,
And Miss BK, her son was murdered a few years ago, and it's
right,
international. Mexico's involved. All these other international countries are involved in this foundation. So she came to me. She's Wu Tang Management, Vega Dawn's manager. She asked me to represent for Boston. So I got the place. She wanted it out of park. It's like a half shell, and like there's a playground for the kids. I'm going to be doing the catering for the food.
right,
If we can have a tree, um, you know, there's gonna be ex gang bangers coming to talk to like the younger ones because we want to make a difference. It's we
right,
call make peace in the streets.
right.
So, the last 2 years she couldn't do it because her son, because of Corona. But she feels like people forgot about that foundation. But now it's back is so strong as ever right now. So
Yeah.
there's going to be slots to perform. They're not going to be that expensive. It's going to be reasonable, but that money is going to go to a foundation. She's going to pick it for the children. To the gun violence, to families that in need, to money and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, want to perform, then I'll keep you updated on that event that's going to be happening. We're trying
And
to
when
lock
is it?
first of the second Saturday in September.
Yeah, lock me in. I'll pop out for that.
And also because you have merchandise, you could have one of your artists, you know, because they're gonna have like fees for the tables to sell your merchandise, but you can
Yep.
also do that too at the same time. So
All
that's
right.
just a suggestion if you want. You know, I'll keep you updated. I've been posting as she sends me the post. I've been putting it up. I'm gonna
Okay.
repost the foundation name. You can look it up. But yeah, you know, it's terrible because these children are getting younger and younger into the streets, and where our generation needs to make that change. We need,
Right.
I know we're the OGs consider, but there's OGs above us, but we're the ones that should be making a change and not having them do these bad things. Look at all these young kids are going to jail and they're never going to come home. You know, their mind will never grow up. It will
It's it
always
they
stay.
it's getting younger and younger. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize, like, it's a lot of us are growing up in the system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I caught my first bid at 17, 18 years old. You see what I'm saying? And I've been bidding since 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? Every like '07 to it was 2007 to 2009, 2009, 2010, 2010. I mean 2011 to 2015. 2015, you know what I'm saying, to 2020. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is back to back. So it's like a lot of us are growing up in a system. We're
Yes,
becoming men in a system. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And they say, you know what I'm saying? It can only make you or break you. You know what I
right,
mean? So it's just like, but a lot of us have good intentions. You see what I'm
right,
saying? So it's
yes,
just like, so it's like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If we could reach out to the kids who, you know what I'm saying, who we could see them going down that road, you know what I'm saying? We could be the ones to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, that's not what you want to do. And we're not talking about from nobody else's experience. Because to be honest with you, if you're talking from somebody else's experience, somebody who's going through is not really going to respect it. Because they're
yeah,
like, how can you tell me you didn't even go through it? So when
right,
you speak to them from your own experience, then it's like, oh, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I've been down that road. So I'm trying to get you not to go down that road. You see what I'm saying? That's what
yes,
it comes down to. You know what I mean?
yes. I totally agree 100%. Like, you know, I had you know, I get judged a lot. They'll be like, "Oh, she's just trying to be like the hood and stuff," but it's things I've been through hell and hell water from
Right.
teenager. When I got my first job, I was 12 years old and had my
What's up,
first
big
job.
bro?
Thank you. And it's like crazy because, you know, people don't realize we have to be their guidance. As soon as they're allowed to get a job, guide them that way. Get right down, take them to the town hall or city hall, get them the work permit. Us as parents need to do that. When they're allowed to work, it's not a bad thing to encourage them to start working as a bagger or whatever they can do at that
Right.
age. I think 14, matter of fact, is the new Massachusetts age, and I'm proud of that because that shows them a guidance because they don't have the afternoon programs as like when we were growing up. We had
Right.
so many afternoon programs. They get less and less and less.
Yep.
So to get them off the streets, and then they'll be responsible. One, two, they're gonna be like, okay, if I work this many hours, I get this much money every week or every other week, you know, and it's gonna keep them, you know, they're gonna be too tired because they got the homework, then they got work, and then you know their friends that are in the streets are gonna be like, come on, come do this. No, bro, I gotta work. That's gonna keep
Right.
them on the right path. As all the parents out there, I know you're probably saying, oh, that's my baby. I don't want him to stop working that young. But think about this. He's 14. What do you think he wants those Jordans or those new sneakers that are coming out and all his boys are getting it? You don't think he's going to try to do a lick or something to get that money? Of course
Right.
he is. He's going to be that thirsty when us as parents can start to have them go the right route at the right age. And you know, I'm telling you, all my kids, I'm so blessed. I just got one more, my young one, to go to finish high school, and then I'm blessed. I'm not the parent to say, oh, you got to go to college. I don't want my kid to be in debt for the rest of their life and stressing about that
Right.
after just stressing about getting a high school diploma. And a lot of us as parents have to sit back and realize, I know there's parents out there that want to make sure your kids go to college, but think about how stressful. I got one kid in college right now, and she gets very stressful because of the
Yeah.
amount of money that she owes. And this is her first year in college. She's doing awesome, but that money is dampering her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's on her mind a lot. And I
Right.
can't imagine all these other kids that are doing years for 4 years, 5 years, you know, and they keep getting that bill of how much they owe. That's gonna put them like stressed, and I can see why they drop
Right.
out of college. And you know,
Exactly.
come together, make more foundations for these younger generations, make
Yep.
one book was $1,000 for college.
Yeah, it is pricey though. It definitely is pricey. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, like, so like my son right now, my oldest, he's 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? I missed out on a lot of his life, but you know, I came home when he was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I've been home for two of his birthdays. These are the only two birthdays I've made. But I've told him, I say, yo, baby boy, listen, at the end of the day, you know, like, I know I missed out on that, but daddy's here now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, one thing I understand, like, one thing that was kind of like messing with me was that I felt like, you know, I missed out on a lot of time with him. So I was trying to play catch up with him, you know what I'm saying? But I had to really sit back and tell myself, even though when I was away, you know what I'm saying, I still like his birthdays and different things that came up, I still, you know what I'm saying, sent money home, made sure he had some on birthdays, Christmas, and different things like that. I'm talking about $500. Go, man, get everything, whatever he wants, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know? But it's just like, with me physically being here, you know what I'm saying? I try to tell him, like, you know, it's like, what I'm trying to do because he's like, oh, you're always working. I told myself, listen, that's because I'm trying to make way for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't never know when my number's gonna get called. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that at the end of the day, when my number does get called, you know what I'm saying, that you, my daughter, you know what I'm saying, like, y'all look good. You know, my fiance, my stepson, and everything like that. That everybody's good. You know, like, when you, like, so I got in the union. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to do 5 years of apprenticeship. After that, you know what I'm saying, once you a journeyman and all that, like, you know, the money picks up. Everything is looking a little bit more better, you know what I'm saying? But you have like different pensions and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is really like how I told him, I want to leave something behind for each and every one of them, so that way, you know, when I do go, they're still good. They're not struggling about nothing. He's 11, so I feel as though I still got a little bit of time to be able to, you know, prepare that way, so when he does go to college, you know, when he does get a little bit older, he doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying, in depth, like, and different things like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when I be trying to break that down to him, even as far as he get a little, I give him a little bit of money or something like that, he might have it. Dad, I want to go to McDonald's, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I look at him, I'll be like, listen, all right, cool, you could do that. You got your little bit of money, go ahead, do what you want to do, but after you spend that, now what you have for the week? You got nothing. So now it's about managing your money, put it on a budget. You know what I'm saying? That way he understands the value of a dollar. You understand what I'm saying? I just be trying to teach him, like, you know, because I told him, I say, yo, you 11 years old now. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon you're going to be able to work and different things like that. You're becoming a young man. You're not just a baby no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's with things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, granted, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like I just be trying to be like, you know what I'm saying, just I'm trying to make to where my kids, they have a better life. Not saying that mine was all that bad, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has their struggles. Everybody goes through what they go through. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make it better for them. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can have that opportunity to be able to go to college and be an experience and all that and different things like that, you know? Make it a little bit more easier for them, you know?
Yes, That's amazing. And your job is risky. I seen some of your lives. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of heights. I don't know how you do it. It looks
Right.
high.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but to be honest with you, I literally had the, my thing is when I'm out there like that, and there's people who've been in there for 20 years. My thing is I always have it in my mind. I ain't the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get out there with you. Come on, let's go. Even if in my mind I'm like, damn, hold on, bro, this is
Yeah.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna show you that. I'm act like I'm out there know what I'm doing, But even though they know I'm a first year, they looking at me like, yo, hold on, bro. Oh, wait, you good? Yeah, man, I'm good. Come on. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, hold on, just don't fall. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it cool. Don't look down, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, it get a little bit more easier.
Yeah, I can tell it will get easier. You just have to stay consistent on it, and you'll, because you have to do it, so it will come to
Right.
you. I'm gonna read you. Mark Slade. Michael Slade said, "Respect. Shout out to the Iccy Show about to my guy Jared.
Yeah,
Music
that's
is
that's big bro right there.
yes, yes. Music is raising our kids as well. Let's not stray away from our responsibilities. Very facts. Experience is the best teacher. Great young artist, Jared. Plus, you're showing young guys how to keep the positive level. My almost, what's it say? It's in the water. Respect, King. He's saying respect to you.
Big
So there's a
salute.
lot of good positive. Salute to everyone tuning in. And I see you're on the positive level. You're on that you're on full throttle, full focus, and you're about the children, about the future. I salute you 1000%. And
Thank
I
you.
hope if you do that, I'm gonna send you that information for that radio station, and I
Thank you.
hope you come out with that paper. I really, if you do, please inbox me because I would like to promote it.
You said the one with the quotes.
Yes, yes.
I got you.
Yes. Nobody's done it yet. So that's why I'm like, you could tell you've been through, like, you missed your kid's birthday, like you said, and
Right.
holidays and stuff. And I know that hurt. I know that did. I have
I've
11.
been let's I've been bidding from 18 to I'm about to be 34. So I was going on 2 years. I've been home from 18 to 32.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying? So it's been a journey for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother look at me now and be like, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're really here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really like what I'm doing now is different than what I'm saying than what I've done, because anybody that know me knows like I would have came home and been back behind the wall within 6 to 8 months. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like me being home this long right now is the longest that I've ever been home.
Yes, that's
You know what I
amazing.
mean?
Keep on going. You're doing the right thing, and all stay focused. Keep the right people around you, and that energy also repels on you because you don't know what someone else is going through. So always remember
Right.
that. Always keep your circle, you know, clear and and straight. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
if someone's curving off and you don't know that they're curving off, that can affect you. You know what I mean? And
Right.
might not have nothing to do with whatever they got going on. But that's why I say you do need a team, but your team got to be on the same throttle like you. If you're going full focus at 100 miles an hour, that car got to be next to you going 100 miles an hour.
Right.
That one next to you got to be on the same thing. And you shouldn't be putting all the work by yourself, putting all this, you all got to be. And since I known him since 2008 when I started this music industry, when there used to be different shows going around when I was managing the that record label. And
Yep.
he's a great artist, and I'm shocked. I'm really shocked he hasn't gotten signed because I seen
Oh,
his growth through the years, and
oh,
that
trust
really
me, he
bothers
he
my
he he
mom.
going he gonna get signed. Not to cut you off, my bad, but he gonna be signed in a minute. He's gonna be signed in a minute.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's good. That's good because he deserves it. You
Yeah.
know, he got the podcast. He's an artist. He's an actor. How about you? Would you get into the acting?
Of course. Of course. See, to be honest with you, right? Music is my passion. I love it. You see what I'm saying? But I also understand everything comes in a wave. Everything comes in a wave. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is my thing is when I get up there is to literally like put my hands in different things. Acting is one of them. You see what I'm saying? It's all about investing. Acting, I'm definitely going there.
I
I
wish I
definitely got to get there.
Yes, I wish you I wish Don Hazel was here because he would have helped you get into the acting. He helped a lot of people in Boston with the acting. He actually put me on to my acting. My acting career kicked off. I didn't even go to school for it.
Man,
And
you know
it's
what's
crazy.
so crazy? Not to cut you off, but long live Don Hazel. Like, you know what I'm saying? he there was so there was there's actually a movie that shout to Sharika, you know Sharika, yeah,
Yeah.
she shout to her too. She actually was shooting the video, the movie with me and Seven Sins. We was in it. I forgot the name of the
Baby
movie.
Blue.
Huh?
Baby Blue.
No, not that one. It's a different one. It was called was it Bad Girl or something like that?
Oh, Bad Girl. This is Bad Girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. You know what I'm saying? And it's so wild because Sins actually had hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, you want to come with me, daddy?" So I'm like, "Yeah, all right, cool, bro, I got you." But it actually ended up turning into me being in the movie. You know what I'm saying? But when Don Hazel when he had when after it was all over, he had told me he was like that he wanted me and Sins, he was gonna make a movie, but he wanted me and Sins to be the main characters. You see what I'm saying? So it was like it like he already had seen it. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, but and Sins had hit me up and had told me about it, like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro saying he wanna do so I'm like, man, just let me know. But that was actually my first actually, you know what I'm saying, acting in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have no script. I just was was just
Yes, I
there.
know.
You know what I mean? So, it was kind of more it was more like, I need more experience with it, you know what I'm saying? But as time go on, you get better. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's totally true. I'm in his Don Hazel the Gangster one on YouTube right now that came out. I was in his first movie. He did the red carpet. He did he like he was like a father to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great guy. Like he touched a lot of people in Boston, putting
Right,
different sets together that wouldn't be in the same room together. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Did
right.
that, and you know, he did the gospel music. And every time I was on the road, because I used to go to New York every week, sometimes twice, and I was on tour last June to September, and it was by myself. But I went to Michigan, I was in Detroit, Mich- um, Ohio, but I called him. He was every time I hit a state, I'm like, Sonny, I'm over here. He's like, Jackie, I knew you got it and you keep on going. That's why I had you in my movie. And I was supposed to be in another movie, the one right before he passed. I forget the name of it. He asked me to be in it, and it was just gonna start filming. The spring it would have started filming, and but he put a lot of people, and I hope the people he put on to the movies they continue with their craft.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm in another web series in Boston. Get Fly with 2Y was filmed in Mattapan. It's coming out this year. I'm
Okay.
in Texas. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Now I said that's what's up.
Yeah, so don't stop. Like keep on going. You can even do a movie, and Rika, her prices are reasonable. So she got the great quality, I would say, out here in Boston.
Now
And
Rika's that deal. Rika's
oh
that
yeah,
deal. She's nice with it.
oh yeah, but
Big salute to her.
oh yes, yes, definitely. What I would suggest you doing a documentary of your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, talk about how you went inside most of your life. your music career kicked off, put all that into detail, you know, and hit like Raku, is it Raku? I'm not saying.
Raku?
Yeah, on television, you know that station that people now.
Oh, that's the joint with the fire stick and all of that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
But try to get into like get your documentary on there. Like sometimes I'll just sit there and I'll look in the television just to see what kind of stations that are out there. And there's a lot of stations that play like hood movies, low budget movies. But I know that like to get on that state, like those type of stations, it has to be at the Sony and the Cameron. I think it's the 5000. But Rika got all the high technology. You don't need to worry about that. But she knows what she's doing. That's why
Yeah, she does.
something like this, I suggested her because you know she's fast, but she'll give you her ideas too to make it look better. And you know she's the pro of it. So you just write how you want your documentary to go, who you want it in, just quick line, and you don't need to be detailed. And you know how Don Hazel did with the movie without scripts. Just go with the flow. Be like, bro, just say this. Have a girl. You can, if you don't want your actual daughter in there, you know, have a different baby in there. That's as your kids. If you don't want them in there playing in there, acting, you can switch it out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
Right.
actually have to be those people if they don't want to be in it that you want in there. You can just substitute them with someone that looks like them, play the role of it, and when they get older, you can redo it like a grandpa one when you become a grandpa and include your kids at that age.
Yeah.
They're adults. Like my son, he's 11. So I know what you're going through with the 11-year-old boy. I know it. And yo, for real, this I have three. I have a 23-year-old, a 19-year-old, and 11-year-old. And my 11-year-old this year, I don't know what is up with him. I really don't know, but this is a tough one for real.
Yo, the way how they talk when they at 11 years old, like you be looking at them like my son sat there and told me he like, yeah, daddy, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I just don't want to come over. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Like I had to process that, you know what I'm saying? But he know I love him, you know what I'm saying? And I know he loved me too, you know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. But I gotta realize when I was 11, I wanted to do my own thing, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be with my homies, you know what I'm saying? So I still gotta put that in perspective too, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's just like when you look at it, when it's like, this is my kid, you like, oh, all right. Yeah, like, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy.
They be cussing too. I got some of my friends that they let their little ones, like 5-year-olds, cuss and stuff. I'm 6-year-olds. I'm like, hell no. Like, you gotta check that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Yeah.
never cuss in front of our grandparents. Like, I know for a fact you're either getting a slipper, you getting something across that room.
Yes, the son's going to know it.
Say that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you said, damn it, like you'd be like, what you just say? I'd be like, oh, like you had to switch it right away. These kids say
Right.
F-words.
Even if you said something like, even if you was like, shut up, that was a swear. So you couldn't even say you lying.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I tell my son all the time, I'm like, if we ever said shut up, that was like a cuss word. And my son's like, no. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, shut up was like a cuss word. He don't get it.
It was.
They don't get it because they haven't gone through that.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different. Like when we're growing up, you could leave the doors unlocked, you could leave the windows unlocked, and then now you gotta make sure everything's locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tell my kids, I'm like, yo, we used to leave our front doors open, our windows open. They're like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, we did. Ask people around my generation, they'll remember that brief moment. But that's when you can ask your neighbor, you got sugar? Now you look at your neighbor like, what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah, it's over with. It's over with now.
Definitely, definitely. Let them know all your information, where they can find you, if they want to book you for a show, if they want to feature with you. I know your prices are reasonable to get a feature. And any shout out you want to give or anything we didn't bring up, this is your time.
I got you. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, you know, you can reach me over here on Gerard, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook. For IG, I'm on either Selfmade 88 Kid. My music page is Budzy underscore SOD. YouTube, Budzy. SoundCloud is Budzy. If you want to look on iTunes, Spotify, I'm on Budzy Stack and Die Part 1, Part 2. And I gotta get to my shout outs, man. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. For one, I'm gonna shout you out, you know what I'm saying? Because for real, much respect to you, you know what I'm saying? You definitely doing your thing, definitely doing your thing. And I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my bro Seven Sings, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Grimes, Exit Fame, Cheeto, P Dot, you know what I'm saying? Pagasi, Leota, who was it? Boschino, man. Who else is it, man? It's a whole bunch, man. It's a whole list, man. OG, you know what I'm saying, man. Michael Slade, man. I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? My bro Chino that's about to come home. Who else is it? My little relative, Young Veezy. He coming up too. Young Veezy, he coming up too, man. Y'all be on the lookout for him, man. He coming up, man. Who else? Who else is it, man? I said Exit Fame, right?
Yes,
Exit
Fame.
Fame, you know what I'm saying? Man, anybody else, man, if I forgot you, man, my bad, you know what I'm saying? But it's all love, you know what I'm saying? I salute to everybody in the town that's doing their thing, man. Mass stand up, Boston stand up, we here, man. You know what I'm saying? Big salute, man.
Definitely, definitely. Boston 617 in the building everywhere. We're international. We are not just
Right.
local. We are international. We're across the country.
International with it.
States. We are here. Make sure you book this man for a show, feature, get
Hit
him on
me.
your music. Did you check out the beats on that website that I sent you from my producer?
I checked out a few of them. Send me the link again, matter of fact, too, and send me the other stuff that you was telling me about.
All right, cool, because there's only one more slot, and we're wrapping it up this week for that international mixtape.
Another thing I forgot too, man. Shout out to Truel, man. Shout out to Truel. You know what I'm saying? He definitely be looking out for the cookout, man. Shout out to Truel, man. I can't forget about my bro Goonie Goo, man. My bro Goonie Goo, my bro Wavy Nut Harris. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them too, man. Like 8 Zip, Shea Bands, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all of them. Definitely shout out to all of them, you know?
Especially Goonie Goon, he was on the Iccy Show 2 years ago, so I know he's been doing a lot of things, different states.
Yeah, that's definitely. And Kato, 100 round Kato. Yeah, he definitely too. He go hard too. Definitely go hard.
I appreciate you coming on here. Make sure you link with Budzy from Boston 617. Go support him. Go get his music and go to his show next time he performs. Any upcoming shows?
Yeah. So you know, building with Truel. And Goonie Goo. I'm actually gonna be out there in Philly with Goonie Goo on June 3rd. May 21st, I should be opening up for Joel Santana out there in New York. And in July, Joel also have booked me for a show out there in PA. I forgot the date, but as soon as I get it, I'm gonna post it, man. Y'all come rock with me, man. Come rock with me, man. We here, man.
Show Boston's in the house wherever he goes. Boston, we are loud. Make sure we are proud everywhere we go. For real, for real. Let them when they say Boston got the curse, reverse that by saying, show them we are in the building taking over. That's why I do what I do.
Exactly.
God bless everyone. Happy Sunday. Free the jails. And thank you for coming on the Iccy Show. Budzy,
free the homies. Exactly.
Much love and respect, everyone. Thank you. Share this. Tell a friend. Tell a friend.